What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Elevated Crypto. Today we have some interesting topics to talk about. We're going to look at Bitcoin and its recent march towards its all-time highs and how there's been some late-breaking news that literally just came out a few minutes ago, which I think could be the catalyst for the next leg up for Bitcoin. We're also going to look at the latest headlines across the crypto land, and I'm going to show you why I think cryptocurrencies, blockchain technology, innovation as a whole is very similar to a freight train going full steam ahead. Because it's coming. Whether you like it or not, it's coming. Whether you believe it or not, it is coming because we're seeing more adoption, more acceptance, and more implementation of this technology each and every day. And we're also going to take a quick look at Ethereum. And while the EIP 1559 update may be months away, there may be a short-term solution to look at. So if you're excited for that content, do me a favor, smash the thumbs up, and let's get it. So jumping right in today, we're going to take a look, and we see Bitcoin dominance back up at 60%. Now, it was hovering around 59 for a little bit there, and as this rises, usually the alts tend to see some downside. Ethereum gas fees, not as high as we've been seeing, but we like to see that sub 100 level. That's go time for me. The trending coins right now on CoinGecko, you have Matic, Earn, Chiliz, BNB, PancakeSwap, Dago, and Scale. So looking at what's going on with Bitcoin lately, all right, let's just hop in. We'll take a quick look at Bitcoin. Now, we've been in this little dip that we talked about in some of our last videos, right? We'll look at a 30-day view. And like we said back then, we weren't really worried about it because these dips are sort of part of Bitcoin's DNA, right? It's something that happens. It goes through these things in the cycle. And, we're not panicked anymore, right? We want to be informed. We want to make good decisions. Well, recently, we've been watching for the stimulus package, right? Now, it has passed the Congress, it has passed the House, and today we just got news that it's all done, passed, it's good to go. This will be put to the POTUS desk on Friday to be signed, and then boom, there it goes. So I will link this article in the description. I'm not going to go through this with you, but it is a quick read. But basically, the stimulus package has been passed, right? So going back to Bitcoin and what we've seen in the past from Bitcoin regarding around stimulus packages, it's tend to usually had a run-up, had a boost for the cryptocurrency ecosystem as a whole. Because what you tend to generally see, they start firing up the money printers, the value of the dollar, the DXY goes down, and usually Bitcoin follows and trails up. So what I think here, it'll be, very interesting to see what happens after Friday, after we get through the weekend here, after this is signed into effect, what sort of effect it has on the Bitcoin price. And if we do go through our all-time highs, where's the next stop? 65K, 70K maybe, but something to keep your eye on, right? Because we know in the past what it's done. So let's monitor that closely, but we may, we're probably going to see some upside for Bitcoin, hopefully short term here. So going back, the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was how I said, going through the articles and the headlines, each and every day we're seeing either a new company, a new country, somebody get involved with either cryptocurrencies or blockchain technology in some form or fashion, right? So here we have news from a few hours ago today that South Korea, right, they have a bank that they're building a pilot platform for CBDCs. And if you're not sure what that is, all that is central bank digital currencies, right? So basically they will use blockchain-based, it's a blockchain-based platform to do things on the banking level. And I think that's really cool and just another way to show you that this cryptocurrency thing caught on more this time. Things are different this time around. We see more adoption, we see more implementation, and actually from every corner of the globe, right? Not just from companies and publicly traded companies in the US, You're seeing this from every corner of the globe. And it's really cool, right? It really is. And going down again, you have one here in the regulation, but also South Korea, and they're going to fine crypto exchanges that fail to tackle illicit activity. Now, for the longevity of crypto and to move it forward, I think that's a move in the right direction, right? Because you start to get rid of the riffraff and start to implement some source or some feeling of secure that this is safer. And I think you'll garner more users. You'll see people be more quickly apt to get involved in crypto, right? And then also looking down, I wanted to point out here, New Zealand, right? They launched a regulated stablecoin. Again, all corners of the globe, all countries, all different companies. We're seeing this innovation, we're seeing this technology take hold in a way that we have never seen, in my opinion. And we talked about that in the last video. It's almost like we take it for granted. Every other day, it's a new company getting involved in Bitcoin. And even articles like this, I'll link this up below. I'm not going to go through it, but in the US here, the state of Wyoming, a bill granting crypto DAOs legality nears approval. How could you not say that this is here to stay? We're moving forward in a direction we haven't seen before, right? A Thai cinema chain accepts Bitcoin amid Thailand tourism crypto push, right? Different ways to draw people in. And it's good. It's good for cryptocurrencies, and it's good for us to push it forward as a whole, right? Now, the last thing I wanted to touch on real quick with you was this article I came across here, Vitalik, who is the founder of Ethereum. And he said here, Vitalik is confident that rollups will help solve Ethereum's scalability issues and bridge the gap to Ethereum 2. So I'm not going to go through it. You know the drill. I'll link it up below. But, in brief, Vitalik has said rollups are due to be released soon. And according to him, the layer 2 solution will help Ethereum to scale by 100x before sharding is introduced. And I'm guessing that will be coming in the ETH2 update. And one thing we do know for certain, because we've seen in the past, it is not out of the realm of possibilities for these updates to get pushed back, right? We've been waiting on this ETH2 update for a while. So I like to see that, okay, they're finding a midterm solution, these rollups. And I'm going to talk about a crypto next that maybe we should keep our eye on if these rollups are going to become a hot thing, right? Or become a layer 2 solution. So I'll link this up. I definitely suggest go through, give it a read. Really, it could open your eyes to a couple different things as far as the issues that Ethereum had now and, why these gas fees get so astronomical and how these rollups could be the solution in the meantime. So definitely check it out. I'll link it up. But let's go back over to CoinGecko. And speaking of rollups, I wanted to bring up a DEX that not too long ago was a lot higher in price than it is right now. And being that Vitalik brought up the roll-ups, this thing sort of popped in my head, and I just wanted to share it with you. Now, ZK swap. Now, looking at where this was not too long ago. Now, this, I believe, was in the height of the Ethereum, the really high gas fees, and before everybody start migrating over to Binance short term there, the Binance Smart Chain, you had ZK swap over $10. 1124 here, its all-time high. That was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago only. So right now trading at 274. But the reason why I say this, when you go to their site and you look at it, ZK rollups based layer 2 DEX. So, and that was one of the things they talked about, right? The roll-ups and how these could possibly, potentially help, scale it a little bit until they introduce sharding in the update. So definitely something to look at. Check it out. Take a look at ZK Swap over on CoinGecko. Again, hey, who knows, but could be something to keep your eye on that if these roll-ups become something, hey, we might be able to see this price, get right back to where it was, and if not, climb higher. So something there to definitely pay attention to. And one last thing I'm going to touch on quick. We talked about in our last video, we said when things started to turn around, you would start to see some of the, solid blue chips, so to say, pick back up, right? We were talking about Aave in particular, and I just wanted to highlight, it's almost down a little 5%, almost 5% in the last 24 hours. But even that, we're still holding well above 400. So that tells me that those buys that we had a week ago, around 320, 330. Very good, right? We bought the dip, we're writing it up. Let's see what it does forward, right? And I think we really just have to have our attention tied to Bitcoin, tied to Friday, once this whole stimulus package gets signed into effect, and see how this affects the price going forward. Guys, I hope you took some value from this episode. If you did, do not hesitate, smash that like, hit subscribe, that way you are informed anytime I upload or go live, and I will catch you on the next video.